The air in the Lakeview Pines office crackled with tension as Evelyn Warner's voice cut through like a blade. "You don't belong here," she bellowed, her eyes blazing as she punched 911 into her phone. This HOA queen thought she'd finally pinned me, her grand move to squash another rebel. She had no clue who I was or why that call would be her undoing. When the police walked in, the room would turn upside down in ways no one saw coming. The twist? It's the kind that leaves you speechless. I'm Nathan Brooks, 35, CEO of Brooks Tech Systems, a company that designs 911 response tech for cities nationwide. Last spring, I bought a house in Lakeview Pines, a quiet lakeside haven I thought would be my sanctuary from city chaos. My plan was to make my home's back office my company's hub. The HOA rules were straightforward. Home offices were fine with a simple notice if clients didn't visit regularly. I filed the paperwork and figured I was good. I couldn't have been more wrong. Meet Evelyn Warner, 62, the HOA's iron-willed president for 8 years. A former principal, she'd swapped her schoolyard for a clipboard, ruling the neighborhood like her personal empire. Neighbors called her the overseer in hushed tones, too scared to cross her. She'd stalk the streets, measuring grass blades and snapping photos of any infraction. 3 days after I moved in, I was on my porch, coffee in hand, soaking in the lake's calm, when her boots stormed across my lawn. No greeting, just a tirade. "That birch tree breaks our aesthetic code. Your shutters are off by 3 shades." I sat there, bathrobe flapping, coffee going cold, as she photographed me like I was a felon. Neighbors peeked through blinds as she yelled about my blatant disregard for rules, loud enough to echo across the lake. Humiliation hit Heart Tech CEO reduced to a scolded kid on his own property. That wasn't just a spat, it was a declaration of war. Evelyn saw me as a threat to her reign, and I wasn't about to bow. At an emergency HOA meeting, she flashed photos of my violations, preaching about property values like a dictator. But then Mrs. Henderson, a soft-spoken board member, dropped a bombshell. "Evelyn, isn't this aggressive push tied to the election?" The room went silent. Her power play was exposed. This was about control, not compliance. I vowed to fight back. Her attacks grew vicious. One morning, my door was covered in yellow violation notices, fines for leaf clutter, pet noise, I own no pets, and a car parked 2.3 degrees off center. Total, $3,200. She cut my lawn service, stopped my trash pickup, and blocked neighbors' permits, citing a zoning probe linked to me. It was psychological warfare, turning the community against me. Neighbors shot me cold stares, muttering about the new guy stirring trouble. Then a note slid under my door. "I can't fight her openly. She ruined my family over a shed. Meet me at the HOA office after 8 p.m. Claire, HOA secretary." Claire's secret meeting unveiled Evelyn's corruption, doctored minutes, missing funds, and families driven out by fake fines. She'd been fleecing the HOA while silencing dissenters. I began recording everything, every notice, every encounter, every lie in my phone and cameras. When Evelyn called the cops over blaring music, soft jazz I could barely hear, the officers groaned, noting her as a serial false caller. I knew I had to let her overreach. The trap snapped shut one crisp September morning. A new notice claimed I'd trespassed in the HOA office at 2:15 p.m. On September 21, a flat-out lie. Bylaws guaranteed residents access during business hours. I booked an appointment with Claire, arriving at 2 p.m. With proof in hand. Evelyn was waiting, phone recording, screaming, "You're trespassing. Get out." I calmly showed my confirmation, citing bylaws. Her face twisted, expected me to slip up. "That appointment's void," she screeched. "I approve all meetings." She was live-streaming to the neighborhood group, painting me as a thug. A crowd gathered outside, filming, some labeling me a tech bully. Then she called 911, sobbing, "He's threatening me. I'm trapped." I recorded it all, hiding a grin. She had no idea what she'd unleashed. As sirens wailed, I texted a contact. "Trouble at the HOA office, needs support." Officers arrived, including Officer Hayes, who dealt with Evelyn's false calls. She played the victim, but her ally, Joan Miller, burst in, accusing me of harassment. A lawyer, Victor Klein, claimed my cameras broke privacy laws. The crowd outside turned hostile, and doubt crept in. Had I miscalculated? But I presented my evidence. Videos of Evelyn's lies, my appointment proof, and Claire's financial records showing $15,000 for fake landscaping and $8,000 for phantom equipment. Detective Harper, eyeing the documents, said, "These numbers don't add up, ma'am." Claire handed over original records, exposing Evelyn's handwritten orders to funnel money through fake firms. The room shifted. Neighbors' murmurs turned to shock. Evelyn screamed, "He faked those videos," but her panic gave her away. Within hours, forensic accountants and the DA were involved. Evelyn's scheme unraveled. $47,000 stolen via fake companies and skimmed assessments for unbuilt projects. She blamed a dead treasurer, then claimed a burglary, but cameras caught her hiding documents. The trial was electric. Residents testified about her reign of terror: families forced out, elderly harassed over garden gnomes, kids banned from playing outside. Evelyn deflected, claiming clerical errors, but Judge Laura Benton saw through it. "You weaponized bureaucracy to steal and intimidate," she said, ordering restitution, fines, a lifetime ban from HOA rolls, and 400 hours of community service at the office where she tried to ruin me, handing out flyers on HOA rights. The irony was perfect. The community breathed again. Neighbors stopped hiding, and the HOA office became a hub of collaboration under new President Samuel Reed, a retired educator. I helped rewrite bylaws, launch a transparent portal, and start open forums. A letter from Elena Torres, whose family lost their home to fake violations, hit hard. "You gave us our life back." But watching Evelyn in her orange vest, grudgingly handing out flyers, I felt an unexpected pang. Why did her fall feel so personal? Maybe because I'd once faced a tyrant who thought they could crush me, and I'd sworn never to let that happen again.